And we are back. So, this is going to be an interesting session. Not only are we going to do a full 15 session recap as an overview, but we're then going to role play out a 30-day time dilation while saying goodbye to some characters who are going to become NPCs, and then introducing a new character, Sam playing Rial. Let me fix
Real.
You might as well change it to Reel. That way he'll pronounce it right.
Or you can, put the brackets in with the word real next to it. That way or I could write it down. I will write it down. The name Real, as they say. So
that's real bright.
Nice. Very nice. The team had come together on a whim. Through the activities of Professor Dorn, as well as the dragonborn in charge of the research that was being done, both on Thordak's scar as well as the repair and rebuilding of Emon's citadel, we began to realize that there was something at play. A individual by the name of Padway had begun to hatch a plan after stealing something that she didn't quite understand. She had stolen an item known as a doom wagon that contained the fragment remains of a captured demon during the war that was fought up in Vasselheim during Vecna's ascension, or attempted ascension. For whatever reason, the Doom Wagon was meant for Whitestone, and however, it did not make its journey to Whitestone. Somehow it ended up in Emon. With the Age of Divergence now in the past, it's been the gradual restoration and the beginning of a new age known as the Age of Restoration, as Emon begins to rebuild its citadel, its city, and rebuild its reputation amongst the other powers of Tal'Dorei, now that the Battle of the Chroma Conclave is in the past, Thordak has been destroyed, and Vecna has been defeated yet again, cast into oblivion, hopefully never to return again. However, as the team formed, they began to discover some anomalies with this place known as Thordak's Scar. While the Dragonborn merely wanted to maintain the steady research of the area, it was Professor Dorn that had convinced the others to delve even deeper into Thordak's Scar. Here they begin to realize that something was fragmented. A strange remains of the magic that was once Thordak kind of echoed these lower Underdark halls and offered opportunities of intersections of both time as well as different places of existence. The team, deciding it was too dangerous to delve any deeper, had retreated back to the surface, found out that there was an exit point into Dorn's magical wagon, and then began to proceed back to the Laughing Lamia to discuss what to do next. It was during this time that Bludgeon was beginning to have remembrances of his, some would describe it as his previous life, or the origins of his life, in regards to the connection with these three fated individuals that were involved in an ancient war long before the Battle of Vecna, but a time period both lost to the books and annals of history, other than the notion of a period of time called the Sisters of Fate. Here, the team began to take on new patrons and members of the team. While struggling to continue to follow and understand what happened to Professor Dorn, as well as the family that now runs Whitestone, beginning to understand their connection with Emon and the activities going on, the team gradually began to realize that in the remaining ruins of the Temple of Helm, that this rogue by the name of Padway had set up her operation and was using this as a launching point to not only pursue Percy's family and the other members of the Whitestone family, the Derolos, but was also using it to undermine the power of the city, and through bribing and understanding of a unique relationship with the different guards of the city, as well as understanding their interaction with one of the family members, the nephew Derolo, an adopted son of Cassandra. They began to realize that they needed to know more about Professor Dorn. Doing a little breaking and entering into the engineer's office, they began to realize that maybe not even Professor Dorn knew exactly what he was getting involved with, as everything seems to be an accidental crossroads of occurrence. But as they said, they welcomed their new wizards, Zatina Talin, amongst them, as well as Rymic and Cassandra. The battle between Padway and themselves waged and ebbed back and forth, almost a kind of pseudo control of the city. And with Bludgeon's success at destroying the two-headed Etten and allowing the team to safely retrieve the Doom Wagon from the warehouse, a final showdown took place in the promenade. Padway, desperate after losing all of her advantages and all of her options, and afraid that this wagon was finally going to get away from her and the power that it meant for her, she committed an open warfare move against the team and nearly succeeded. However, Eldera, once again on the threshold of death, others as well almost suffering from the threshold of death, Rymic sensing his failure as someone that could withhold and uphold his abilities to protect the team from their, as he describes it, bad choices, had decided to head back north yet again to pursue his life of the ancients. Eldera, now recovered, sits as a caretaker of the newly founded apothecary shop, the Third Eye, and the team now has been rewarded due to their defeat of Padway and once again doing away with a rather nefarious organization, have now earned some credit. While the question of where Dorn is still remaining unanswered, and what exactly the Doom Wagon meant, or even Lyra's connection with a Sun Tree remnant that was found, these little background stories still linger. But for now, the team has some time on their hands. A little bit of wealth, a new place to call home, and for the first time in a long time, a city that is knowing and feeling a little less chaos, a little less concern about the underworld that was gradually gaining power here. In 30 days, a great festival is to be held. The opening and remembrance day of the defeat of the Chroma Conclave, on top of the reveal of the new citadel that is now nearing completion and will soon float tall above the city, offering up a bastion of both safety and beacon to remind those that are in Taldori that Emon once again has risen from the ashes and is about to present itself as a place of trade, a place of opportunity, and a place that is expected to grow and expand ever larger. However, the team, Zatina, Lyra, Bludgeon, and Eldera, currently reside in their now semi-furnished structure. It's at this point that you guys begin to look about and begin to organize the few gifts and items that were given to you by those that wanted to celebrate the restoration of peace and tranquility, both within the promenade and the greater regions of the city. As you guys begin to move boxes, say your goodnights to those that dropped everything off, and things begin to calm down a bit. In the middle of the common room, a vertical portal begins to form. Colorations of pink, blue, red, and orange. And as this portal forms, there's a bright shimmer and a slight arcane pop. The smell of ozone in the air as the portal then fades. And standing there, the big smile on his face. Real, describe what you look like. And you're on mute, by the way.
I knew that. I was testing you. Real is average height, red-skinned tiefling, and very, very fine clothes. He has, several pieces of jewelry, rings, earrings, an amulet with like a little purple crystal around his neck, and in his hands is what looks like to be a massive gem of some kind. Right next to him is like a large traveling trunk, and on his shoulder is a black raven. Oh, pardon me. What city is this?
Emon?
Amon. I don't think I've been here before. Is this a big city by chance?
Yeah.
Well,
Out of character, it's a big city, right?
I mean, Amon is a capital city, considered one of the larger cities of Tal'Dorei.
Okay. Yeah. I consider it a big city. I'm looking at everybody.
People tend to arrive here randomly. Trust me on that one.
Oh, well, that makes me feel a lot better about this. I do apologize for popping into your living room. Let me I'll find myself an inn as he kind of shakes his gem as the light tends to fade. Or maybe not. Do you mind if I stay here the night? I'll make it worth your while. I gotta figure this out.
Would you like some?
I'll make it worth your while as I kind of kick back and knock the trunk open as I reach down and I'll pull out almost like a fluorescent orange bottle of wine.
Oof. You pull out a Fanta?
Yeah. Do you wanna Fanta? I'm gonna look over at Aldira and say, pull a card?
Of course, darling. This would be an excellent opportunity to pull a card. You watch as she reaches into her pouch, pulls out a card, lays it out on one of the empty tables in the room. She stares at it for a moment. Well, this is ominous. It is the shadow of a star and the rising sun of the day. I would transcribe this as to mean the arrival of a new day and the shadow of the past. I mean,
okay, you're kind of creeping me out. Maybe if it's all right, maybe y'all could just show me to the closest inn. I mean, that'll work too.
Oh no! These are good tidings.
I think Zatina's like in a sea of books, like stacks of books and piles of documents and stuff that are taller than her. She knows where everything is. Don't fucking touch her piles of stuff.
She like parts the book pile.
And she just straight up climbs over them.
What the hell?
And she's like,
okay, there's another one.
Just teleport into people's living rooms?
Not the living rooms, no. I kind of travel here, there, a bit of everywhere. Usually empty fields or top of mountains. I kind of look at the orb. I really don't have that much control over it. It just kind of sends me wherever it goes.
Where were you last?
I believe it was. I'm not sure what. I don't know exactly if y'all call it the same. I called it the Fae. I believe that's what a lot of people tend to call it.
I have so many questions.
Okay. I might have some answers. Only if you let me stay the night, though. I could use a break. I've been running a lot lately. I'd like to take a nap. My offer still stands. I take the bottle.
Satina's perfectly happy to sit him down and like feed him as long as he's willing to be peppered with a ridiculous amount of questions.
She wants to pepper him, so we're going to be eating him later?
I should shaking the orb a little faster. I'd rather not. Please, listen. I just got chased through the Fae by a bunch of elves. I really don't want to get eaten. They're trying to eat me too.
Can you smell the Fae on him?
There aren't elves in the city, are there?
I mean, yeah, but they're not.
They're not Fae elves.
They're not Fae elves, so.
You have elves here. He starts to look a little panicked.
Are there elves here?
Y'all lock the door at night, right?
Eldira's an elf, isn't she?
Oh yeah.
No, I think she's human. Isn't she human?
I'm looking it up.
Like elves, they're always not that bad to deal with.
No, she is half elf.
Half elf.
Elves are the worst. Elves are the worst. Especially after I stole this from them and I shake the bottle again. They are awful creatures. They're like yay high, and I like do like gnome height. They have like bark-like skin, sharp little teeth. Not very smart. They try and kill you if you get too close.
He is definitely not describing elves.
I don't really think you're describing elves. I mean, we have.
Oh no, those are elves.
Lyra, give me a nature check based on that description.
Okay.
Sword, I'll beam me real quick.
Can I look at the gem thing that he's got?
25.
25. You're looking at the gem around your neck. Is that around Real's neck? That gem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that was just glowing that I'm assuming is what teleported him into our.
I thought that was an orb in his hand.
Yeah,
Well, well, I mean, he does have a gem around his neck. I think he had an orb in his hand.
Yeah, it's like a large, almost like a massive gem-looking thing.
Yeah.
With like fading light.
Zatia, give me an Arcana check if you would, please.
Can I help you? As you I'm assuming you're coming closer.
Oh yeah, I'm like standing on books like it's a step stool and just like wizard brains just.
Okay.
She's forgotten manners completely.
Yeah, I kind of see you going for the. Can you not? It's kind of important.
What'd you get?
That is a 27.
Ooh. Based on Zatina's Arcana result, Real, what do you think she'd pick up on in regards to its capabilities or its kind of overall magical background?
The power that comes from within is draconic in nature. The gemstone itself is unknown. You don't find gemstones this large naturally, but you definitely sense like a void. Like it is a battery of magic. Like it's like what magic can almost be stored in, but it's also itself a contraption, almost like the gem itself is almost like it was built to contain. Fuck, I didn't really think this through. I didn't think it'd be getting.
Well, you can think it through now. It's perfect.
Yeah, it is essentially it looks like a giant gem. It kind of radiates draconic magic, and the gem itself is both a container for raw arcane magic or draconic or arcane magic, but also a tool used to kind of direct it or use it.
Pretty solid description, yeah. Now Zatia's trying to decide, do I kill you and take it, or do I steal it from you when you're asleep?
Yeah.
My nature check?
Your nature check tells you that whatever elves he ran into, these are not the notion that you would understand elves to be. He almost, from your perspective, is describing creatures called blights. But he seems convinced from his perspective that these are actual elves. It's at that moment, seeing some confusion, Eldera kind of creates an illusion of what elves look like in Taldori. Real, you watch as Eldera kind of like waves a minor illusion of what elves look like here, both in Emon, Singorn, and some of the greater parts of Tal'Dorei. They do not look like anything that was chasing you. They're tall, slim.
What's this? I'm still trying to keep my gem away from the Zatina.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're supposed to be showing
you
me
can just
something?
hold it
I'm
up to your
confused.
head.
I'm like.
Real, these are elves. You see, Bludgeon is obviously human. Lyra
Yes.
is a halfling.
Okay,
Satina
met a halfling.
is a gnome.
Haven't met
and
one of
then-
y'all before.
And of course, you're a tiefling. I am actually a half elf. I'm both human and elf.
No. I don't think that's possible. You're not an elf. You're
Well,
not
if
an
what
elf.
you're describing is
That-
elves in
different-
your understanding, you've obviously come from some place that we're not familiar with.
Oh no, I've kind of been all over here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, it's. I don't actually know where I'm at right now. If that's not too clear.
You're right
I'm
here.
trying to. Well, no, I know I'm in your living room. I don't know
Come
what
on.
planet I'm on
You're
or plane. It's not
Well,
a
you're
plane,
on-
is it?
Well, you're on the material plane.
Okay.
Our world is known as Exandria.
Ah,
What year
Yeah.
are you familiar with?
depends. From where I'm originally from,
Right.
I can guess.
Stardate 55296.4.
That depends. There's two calendars where I'm from, depending on which side. I mean, it's kind of complicated. Depends on where you're from. One people use like a standardized calendar, in which case it's the year 1386, or you use the older calendar from more primitive times, in which case it's the year 32 something, 3290
You're
something.
32 something.
like metric.
What the heck is a what?
The heck is a metric?
Heck is metric.
Bludgeon looks them over up and down for weapons.
Are you hungry?
Yes, I would love something to eat if you don't mind.
Real, do you carry any weapons?
I have a no. I have a fine-looking dagger at my hip, but nothing. No swords, no axes, no shields, no bows, no nothing like that.
Bludgeon's kind of curious.
I'm gonna go get him some food.
Thank you. I'm gonna just sit right here. Well, if you wouldn't mind bringing some glasses, I wouldn't mind sharing this bottle with y'all.
I'll go get some cups and stuff.
Watches Tina goes running over to a cupboard, pulls out
quickly
some
do it.
newly
she's-
proffered glasses, puts them on a table nearby.
While she's doing that, I'm quickly gonna wrap up my orb and set it back into my trunk. Oh, and this here is I haven't actually named him yet. He just kind of follows me around. I've been calling him Bird.
Can I be the voice of Bird?
If you wish, I put that to you. If you want to do it now or later.
Yes, I must apologize for my friend Riel. You see,
What the hell?
he
You
is quite.
talk.
Well, I've been talking for a long time. You just choose not to listen. Riel is a how shall we say, a braggart and a bit of a simpleton. He tends to travel and get into rather awkward messes, but I don't think it's on purpose. It's well intended, and judging by the motley state of this place, I suspect you could possibly use his services. You watch as the raven flies off his shoulder, kind of squats on the top of the stacks of Zatina's books, kind of pans around the kind of moved in state of the shop and can kind of see that everything's a bit of disorder and chaos. The raven then flies up onto a series of rafter trellises up in the lower ceiling and kind of looks down at all of you. But don't worry, he's mostly harmless. While his magic is a bit chaotic when it does work, it's usually for the benefit of others and sometimes himself. If you don't
You are
mind,
very rude.
well, I learned from the best. If you don't mind, I think I will go see if there's something to eat out in the alleyways. Goes flying out a window, and you can hear him like digging around in the trash.
Anyways,
Doesn't have to eat trash. You could feed him.
he just kind of does his own thing. I was feeding him some stuff once, and then he just didn't really leave me. I've been trying to teach him how to go, like, do tricks and stuff, but he don't seem to want to do that very much.
That's because tricks are for idiots and kids.
I was gonna say they're for kids.
Anyways, I'll just kind of pull my trunk over to one of the chairs in the living room. I'll just kind of sit down and get
Well,
Well, I
comfortable.
suppose, Real, you could have one of the extra bedrooms upstairs for a couple nights and see what you have to offer. We've just been given this wonderful estate, this shop, the second and third floor of the living quarters, and this is what will eventually be the Third Eye Apothecary. Do you happen to know anything about tinctures and potions and such things by chance?
I know a little bit about potions. My brewing skills are more in the alcoholic realm, but I don't see why that can't be of use.
Oh, I think around here that will definitely be of use. Well, I have shopping lists to organize. We only have a few weeks before the Festival of Birth and Change is to be celebrated in the city, and I would imagine we want to get the shop up and running by then. Well, good night, everybody. Eldira kind of grabs her satchel and disappears upstairs.
Anyways, I apologize. I don't think we've had any proper introductions. My name is Rayo Kildos. At your service, as you do a little bow. May I have your names?
Was that real? Killed us? Killed us? You killed us? Killed us?
Killed us. Killed us.
Still sounds like killed us. Still sounds like killed us.
Well, I didn't exactly have a choice in the
What
name. It just kind of
happened?
came with, birth.
What happened to your last group? Are they
What
still
group?
alive?
I typically travel by myself.
Because you killed your
The
other
birds
party
knew.
members? Okay. So my name's Lyra, and Sebastian is on my shoulder. So monkey, little tiny pygmy monkey.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Bludgeon. I've traveled much like you have across time and space.
Oh, nice to meet another traveler. And you there?
I'm Zatina. Hi.
Hi, Zatina. So you have a very nice book for it there.
Book for it.
I do a lot of researching. She's absolutely been hyper fixating on the last weird dream she's had. So she might not have slept for the last couple of days.
Okay. Well, anyways, we got those glasses here. Here. This is quite potent, so do yourself a favor. Just pour yourselves a little bit here at first. I'll pour myself just a little bit. There you go, Zatina. I'll just hand you the bottle.
How did you just drop into the Feywild much like you dropped in here?
More or less, yes. I don't know the name of the place I was at before the Fey. It was pretty barren, pretty void. Not a whole lot of people there. Not the welcoming type, but gold spends all the same, it seems, across all these different places. So I just kind of been moving around, I've actually been trying to find my way back to my home. But
Where's that?
you ask a lot of questions.
You're a stranger that showed up in our living room. You expect us not to ask questions?
That's true. I am from a world called Ferris.
Ferris.
Ferris, yes.
Are there a lot of wheels there?
No. I'm sorry. Is that supposed to be a joke? I don't get it.
You just appeared here.
Would-
Are you on the run? Is someone chasing you that we can expect some more guests?
No. Well, yes. No. I was running from elves in the Fae. They didn't like me too much, but I'm not like wanted or anything. At least not in this world.
Would any of us have ever heard of Ferris?
Yeah. Have we heard of where he's from?
No. First time you've heard. This is the first time you've heard of the name of that world before.
Oh, well, he got off the Ferris world.
I hate you. I just got that. Anyways, I've actually been trying to find my way back there, but this my mode of transportation has been less than reliable. I've just been kind of shotgunning myself all over the place recently.
Where'd you get that big rock?
It was a gift, actually. My mother gave it to me. She said I'd need it one day, but my magic training I was never able to finish, and before getting sucked into my first portal, so I'm not exactly 100% sure how to use it. I've been kind of guesstimating. I've gotten a little better. I've slowly been dialing in. Now most of the times I land in a populated area instead of a middle of an ocean or desert or on top of a mountain or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, now it's living rooms.
I'd say that's a good improvement, I'd say.
Can
Anyways,
you control where it goes, or does it just give you a random location?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can you control where you go with the gem, or just
kind of? I'm not sure how to target particular planes or places, but I've seemed to have dialed in on how to at least aim myself into populated areas. Like I said, most of the time I land in a city or near a town or somewhere where I can, not get eaten by a bear or something.
Gotcha.
All right. Well,
it's more of an art than a science. Just gotta feel it.
Well,
You hear from the alleyway. Definitely more art, not much science.
Yes, well, it seems unfortunately to be pretty well spent. I have yet to figure out how to recharge it. So I might be stuck in this place for a little while.
I mean,
there are worse places to be stuck.
This is true. I could be stuck in a...
It's got magic that, from a little I saw, I think we're familiar with. So, and I mean, arcane tech isn't uncommon. Maybe we can help you find someone who knows a thing or two about it.
It'd be wonderful. I've already talked to an artificer. He couldn't seem to figure it out. I've tried pushing my own magic into it, and it doesn't really seem to work either. I think it only accepts a certain kind of power, or at least that's what I've gotten so far. Tell me, yes?
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Thought's gone now.
All right.
What kind of power does it like?
I believe draconic. Specifically that of dragons. You do have dragons in this world, I hope.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, I don't.
They've been seen.
Okay. Where I'm from, they're kind of everywhere. You kind of can't really go anywhere without stepping on one.
On your Ferris wheel. I mean, world.
Yes. Anyways, I have not yet met a dragon that might be able to help me with this. I have met one. Yeah, he was not friendly. So had to kind of, portal him to a different place to not eat me or whatever he was gonna do. Take my head as a trophy. I don't think he liked that either. I'm kind of worried he might come find me one day. Anyways.
Wow.
Well, if a dragon shows up around here, I think we would be noticed.
Oh, it would definitely be noticed.
Well.
Okay,
perhaps.
I want to try wild shaping into a dragon.
Interesting. Into your draconic spirit.
Yep.
Okay. So Real, you watch as Lyra the Halfling suddenly kind of expands into this kind of spiritual apparition and physical form of a dragon, but not in the nature of a true dragon. There's definitely a sense that she's mimicking.
It's dragon shape. I transform into a medium dragon.
Right, but it doesn't quite remind you of the dragons that you've run into before. But all of you watch as the orb that Real had stuffed away into a cloth and into his bag. There's a very light and passive glow of energy that kind of briefly flickers, but then fades.
See, now I got lots of questions. That almost where I kind of kicked my box back open and pulled my gem back out.
Yeah, there's like a little glimmer of energy in the very center of it, but then it just kind of crackles and fades.
I'm gonna try and breathe on it.
Nothing happens.
What? Can I touch it? I'm gonna poke it.
Sure. Here. I'll kind of hold it out.
Yeah, your dragon form reaches out, touches it. There's another crackle or spark, but then it's almost kind of like a sparkler, kind of cracking and then fading, almost as if it's not nearly enough to really kind of kick the power of the object off.
So close.
Do we still have that egg in the bag of holding, or did we set up?
Yeah, we still have the egg in the bag of holding.
What egg?
Well, you don't know.
You said out loud.
But
Oh.
I kind of glance at Lyra, and I covertly move the bag over, see what happens, without really saying it to him.
Well, if the bag is on me, it's not visible right now because it turns into me too,
All right.
like the dragon. So
Now that's interesting though. So at least I have confirmed that it can be recharged. I just gotta find a.
What if I breathe the breath weapon on it? What do you think would happen then? I don't want to melt
Well, let's
it.
find out. I kind of start shoving
Which
stuff
kind
out of
of-
the way.
Which breath weapon would you prefer? What kind? Maybe.
Well, I don't really know if it matters all much. I start pushing like furniture, so it's like a little maybe like a little stand or like a little side table just by itself. And
What about cold? Would cold work? Or would cold break?
I'm sure any magic would
Fire?
work. I mean, unless you want to set the house on fire, that might be not a
wanna
great
set the house
idea. Here,
do-
I just kind of set the.
Yeah, I have. If
Let's go out back.
There was-
Let's do it out back. I don't want to do it in the house. I don't want to
Alright.
build. So we have to pay for the damages.
Go ahead,
I'll-
Zatina.
I was gonna say if Real would let me, I would happily cast identify. Maybe if we had the name of this orb, it might lead us down a path of a direction.
That's not a great idea. That's not. I like where you're headed with this. I do appreciate the help. The artificer tried to identify it, and that magic just kind of shot back into his face, and I don't think he ever really recovered. I mean, you could try if you want.
Ooh,
Well,
your passive investigation's good enough, Satina. That tells you that this would be classified as a relic.
Relic.
Most relics are not identifiable.
Can Bludgeon tell if he's deceiving us with the story of this gem?
You can give me an insight check.
I mean,
I have no clue.
What'd you roll?
she's pulled out like a little notebook and started like writing stuff down, and she's like, that certainly narrows stuff down.
What'd you roll, Bludgeon?
6.
6. I mean, it's a great story. It also feels practiced, but feels very difficult to determine if he's being deceitful.
I'll continue. I'll grab like the little side table or stool I was gonna set it on. Well, let's head out back. I want to see if this will work. Come on, I know, Zatina. I know you'd want to take notes or something. You little nerd. Come on.
So as Real, Zatina, and Lyra in her dragon form head out into the back alley behind the apothecary, do you join them, Bludgeon?
I'm going to be within earshot, but I'm going to keep a hand on a sword in case anything else appears on us.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a perception check, if you would, please, Bludgeon.
Oh, all right. Total of 8.
8. 6 and an 8, man.
I'm on a roll, literally.
So Lyra, Real, and Zatina are now out back in the alleyway. Real has set up. Well, yeah, out in the back, in the back. Oh, that's right, because you guys have the barn. So out in the open space between the barn and the backside of the apothecary, you guys are kind of set up out there. There's a stool that Real dragged out there to kind of set the object on, kind of holding Zatina slightly back and giving Lyra enough time to interact with the object. Which breath weapon are you doing?
I'm gonna try cold.
Cold? Okay. You guys watch as I
don't want to.
It's a 15. It's a 15-foot cone, right?
Mm.
You watch as a jettison of cold air, 15-foot cone of air, kind of washed over the stool and the object. The stool freezes from the effect. The object, you watch as the energy of the breath weapon is absorbed into the object. No surface damage, no sign that anything happened to the object. It literally absorbed the breath into it and then kind of gives off a slight discharge glow, like almost as if discharging the energy of the breath, and then kind of returning to its normal condition.
All right, so that's not charging it.
Damn. Well, I really was hoping that would work, but I guess I'm not too surprised.
How do we know it didn't
I
work?
know.
Well, when it has charge, it's glowing quite brightly. Actually, when I first got it, I had to keep it covered because it was just so damn bright.
Got it.
And then as time went on, as I
You can
used
cast light on
it.
Just cast light on it, and then it's glowing, right?
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's the wrong kind of glowing. It's, anyways, a little defeated. I'll go pick up the orb. Well, I do appreciate the help. We'll have to figure. I'll have to figure something else out to get this thing working again.
We might be able to find you a dragon.
Oh, okay. I mean, do y'all have this big city you said, right? It's got a library, right? You should have someone will know their book of dragons or something. Maybe they can tell us where we can find one.
I mean, if it's still in the same place it was we last saw it, we might be able to find one. I don't know if they've moved it though.
Moved it? Excuse me? A dragon?
Mm-hmm.
A little one.
Someone has a dragon. Here?
Mhm.
In the city?
Mhm.
How are any of y'all alive right now? I don't.
I mean,
Well, I guess what kind of dragon is it? You got different kinds of dragons. Some aren't complete assholes.
there's red.
Oh, y'all are fucked.
I mean,
Y'all might want to close up shop here sometime soon. Once that thing gets big, I'm assuming it's not big because if it's big, you wouldn't have y'all simply wouldn't have a dragon. I almost don't. I'm sorry. There's no way. There's no way. You're fooling me. There's no way y'all have a dragon here in the city. That's a recipe for disaster. Even a young one. If that thing gets out, half the city's gonna be on fire.
oh, I agree. And the people that had it are definitely stupid, but you know, that doesn't mean that it's not there.
Oh, well.
Of course,
I
we
know
just
what.
the person that had it, so maybe it won't be contained anymore. I just thought about that. Huh.
Who do you think was the person that had it?
Didn't Padway have it?
Padway's warehouse.
I mean, as
Padway's
far as
warehouse.
you know, it was in one of the
Guarding-
tower levels in
Guarding Dorn's office.
Dorn's engineering. So you guys originally broke into Dorn's engineering office.
That's right. It
The
was
level
Padway.
below the office is where you saw the dragon. The warehouse that Padway might have been involved in was the warehouse that was beyond where you had overheard the conversation that Padway had had with one of the I think it was with
General?
one of the messenger. Oh no, the general. Yeah, one of the council members.
Okay. Well, no, okay, we didn't kill him then. We I mean, he's missing though.
I mean, if they came and took the wagon back, surely they went through his office and took everything, probably including the dragon, back to Whitestone.
I didn't see a dragon and all the stuff in
What
that they were caravanning.
I mean, they probably didn't want to advertise they had a dragon. Or maybe they just
Oh.
or maybe they teleported it.
I don't know. I don't know if we can sneak back in there though. It was a little difficult the first time.
And if we do, what are we going to do with it? If it's there, chained up, make friends? I mean,
I don't think it was
Well,
the first time.
I don't think we'll have to make friends with it. If what Lyra here did to the orb seemed to absorb that magic. If we can get the dragon to do the same thing, maybe it'll hold. So we just gotta get him to breathe on the orb.
And not us. Because the chair still froze even though the orb was next to it.
yeah, you can read that.
Yes, still trying to get past that one. I'll circle back to you on that. I got a couple of ideas. None of them are great ideas, but you know.
After about half of that orange bottle, it'll be a great idea.
Anything's
I
a
mean-
good idea after half of that orange bottle.
I
I
don't.
mean,
I don't think
very
y'all
good,
should really.
vintage. That's
Y'all should really take it easy on that though. Maybe a glass will be fine for you. I promise. Just sip it. All right. You don't want to take a big swig. It'll fuck you up. It was made by elves. Remember, Faye. That entire bottle would probably kill you. Hell, half the bottle would probably kill you.
I don't. It wasn't made by elves. They're not elves.
They were elves. They were little bark-like creatures with teeth and carnivorous and very territorial.
Maybe your elves are different than our elves.
Maybe. I mean, perhaps we should start calling one elves 1 and elves 2, just so we can keep it clear or something. Or just rename those other gremlin things. Gremlins. We'll just call them gremlins. Little fucking gremlins. Anyways, I'm gonna grab my orb. I'm gonna head back inside.
Bludgeon gets a glass of this orange. No.
Having been told how powerful this is, I'll take a little sip.
Yeah.
As you begin to kind of take a sip of it and stare at it, there's a couple interesting things about it. Number one, staring into the glass of liquid that was poured, it seems to be made up of just an unusually large amount of bubbles. Just these intense, sweet bubbles. But as you focus on the drink, you can't help but notice that as the bubbles pop, it's like something is talking inside the glass. You can hear little tiny words and then you listen closer. Real's already gone inside, so he's not really paying attention. He's kind of walked off. You and Bludgeon and Lyra are kind of like on the edge of the entrance back into the apothecary. And the three of you kind of, do you guys hear that? Like, kind of notion. It sounds like thousands of agonizing screams every time the bubbles pop.
Are you know what? In retrospect, on second thought, we should, if
it smells great.
Yeah,
I mean, it smells very fragrant and rich and sweet.
But liquor that produces the agonized screams of 1,000 souls or whatever.
Well, when you put your hand over the cup, you don't hear anything. When the bubbles aren't popping, you don't really hear anything. The only time you really notice is when the fizz is like ejecting that carbonated air up into, beyond the edge of the glass. And it sounds like millions of help us, just kind of projecting out of the glass.
I'm gonna cast detect magic. Is this drink magical?
You kind of quick. Are you doing it as a spell slot or as a ritual?
Yeah, I'll do it as a spell slot.
Yeah, you're like, but all of you kind of like staring at each other. You just kind of quickly, you cast detect magic. It is made up of magic, but is not necessarily magic itself. You get the feeling that the components that make this rich, very kind of sweet smelling drink may be the living components of fey creatures that are magical in essence. Maybe this is a derivative of them. Maybe this is milk comes from cows, so maybe this comes from something in the Feywild, perhaps.
Bludgeon sticks his finger in the glass and stirs it around.
Yeah, and as you're stirring it, it's like the sound of a city coming to its fatal end. Like this, all this screaming and yelling and like apocalyptic screaming. You pull your finger out and kind of like, shake your finger off, and it's like you can hear the yelling and screaming kind of spray outwards, and then it all kind of settles down and is no longer fizzing and popping and doing whatever this strange drink does.
Interesting. You'll take a sip.
Okay. As you begin to sip it, it is one of the most refreshing, fragrant, kind of drinks that you've ever had. It bubbles, and as you drink it, you find yourself hallucinating very briefly, like maybe seconds. You are in a strange meadow of color. You can see trees of crystal, a sky that is pink, purple, and yellow. You can see these strange creatures flying about, and you're a creature flying amongst other creatures. You look to your left and your right, and you are these tiny little fey sprites that are moving in these great swarms. You then settle on this large kind of almost like a beehive, but it's made of strange colorations and strange kind of like waxy stuff. And then the last glimpse of this that you have is somebody cutting down the beehive and then placing it into a barrel press and then squeezing the barrel press down as all this fermented orange liquid comes pouring out of the hive and is contained in the barrel. And then you kind of come out of the glimmer. You also have the immediate effects of a long rest.
All right.
Maybe we save that for a different time.
Special.
Yeah, this is definitely a Friday night drink.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So just pour it back in the glass, put the cork back in, stick it in my bag.
Oh, in your bag.
Well, it's the party pool.
What would you guys like to do with the rest of your evening?
I want to pull out the stuff that we got off of Padway and kind of identify it because we never did.
Ooh, good
Ooh, I will help
question.
with that endeavor.
And what did you guys pull
It
off?
was
of
a
Padway?
small bag of 24 gems for 2,000 gold, a dagger, which was magic, a hand crossbow, a ring, boots, and a belt.
Real will be sitting at the table, just kind of eating the food that Lyra brought and kind of going through his chest of things, just kind of pulling out, all sorts of random things, just kind of going through it.
I'll help identify the magical stuff we got off Padway.
I think a good portion of it was magic. I just don't remember. If not magic, it was really well crafted, maybe. Excited. Do you remember? Do you have it? Do you have it? Oh dear.
I'm looking up the list as we speak.
We also had that silver box of pearls.
Yeah, we want to turn that silver box of pearls into a bunch of diamonds because I can revivify now, but it costs 300 diamonds. Or 300 GP in diamonds.
Real just kind of like look over to where y'all are pulling all that out. By chance, what do y'all you use gold and silver for currency, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
As
So they
well
just
as
kinda-
gems.
And everyone.
Oh,
Doesn't
perfect.
everyone?
I've been to a few places. They do some weird things. As I pull
Bottle
out, like,
caps?
I'm not sure what that is. No, some places use it's like a kind of paper, and it's supposed to be worth a certain amount of gold, and gold can be found at the bank. But if you don't want to use your gold or have your gold stolen, you can take the little pieces of paper around instead.
What's
Kind
a
of
bank?
ridiculous. A bank, like with the vaults, and full of gold. I don't have banks here. What do y'all do with your gold? Just hide it under your mattress.
Sometimes.
What's a mattress? No, I'm just kidding.
Don't play with me. Please don't play.
I think if
We sleep
I
on
think
turtle
if-
shells. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think
We
that's
don't-
something only like the really rich people have.
That
Yeah, you
that
got-
makes sense.
You gotta have gold to have to put it in the vault.
I mean, I have some. I start pulling out bags of gold coins and silver coins, and it's just they're all different. They're all different sizes, shapes. They all have different like prints on them. Well, I'll have to get some of this converted. I'm guessing.
We may have to melt it down so it doesn't look weird, though.
Well, I mean, gold is gold.
Well, that's what I'm thinking too. I can just say it's from some weird ass place. Where is there like a country or an empire or a kingdom somewhere far, far away from here? I could say this is just from. But I mean, some of these I will, because I pull out like one big coin. I'm about to. I can't just. This ain't gonna be just one gold coin. I'll have to get this traded in for something.
I mean,
you've got a place in the promenade that deals in with all kinds of rare items. Maybe
right across the street.
Well, maybe I can go to one of those banks, and maybe I can like try and convert these into local currency, or maybe I'll. Well, you said the rich people have them, right? It's where the rich people keep all their gold.
The rich people have their own private vaults where they keep their own private.
Oh, okay. So a bank is like, let's say it's a business, right? And let's say the rich people, they don't want to spend all this money building their own vault, right? Because some of them don't have enough money to justify building a vault. So this bank, what a bank will do is they'll build a bunch of vaults, and they'll say, "We'll hold on to it for you." And you pay like a little fee every month or whatever, and they'll hold on to it and keep it safe, and they're super secure vault.
Full faith and credit on that.
So what I'm hearing is we should make a bank. We should open a bank.
Yes, but you're not allowed to spend their money.
Why not?
Because then if they come,
why not? What else are you gonna do with it?
Well, if you spend your money, and they come to get it, and you don't have it.
You're spend their money. That's our fee.
Well, yeah, that's the point. That you can spend the fee that they. Listen, y'all want to build a vault? That's fine. That's a little too much work for me.
They won't come and get their money all at once. So you
know what? I got an idea.
That's the right amount.
I'm sure some of these rich people have too much money, not enough time, and like to collect rare things. I just hold up like some of the random coins. What if I tell you this is from like a country way far away, and they give me like twice its value?
They could.
I mean, you could just say that it's from where it's from, and they won't recognize it, so they'll assume it's from a country way far away.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
not a bad idea, actually.
Stuff that comes from various areas of the multiverse that would be worth a lot.
What's the multiverse?
What the fuck's
different planes of reality?
I know different planes of reality. I mean, there's the Feywild, and there's the material plane and the ethereal plane. But what the heck is a multiverse? What's a verse? I mean, that's a part of a song, right?
Well, maybe that's a phrase only whatever.
I mean, it's multiple verses. It's just a song.
The just picks up a book, buries her head in it.
But
okay, so the stuff from
this stuff, if it comes from different planes, then you can absolutely take it to like there's specialty shops and stuff, and maybe some of them are worth a lot for spell components, but you just
how are they gonna verify that though? They're just gonna be like, well, you just made this and saying it's that.
Yeah.
I mean, none of these people have ever heard of the places I've been to.
That's a normal day for Lyra.
I like it, they don't like it.
Yeah, that's a normal day for me.
So Zatina, as you begin to cast Identify on the loot that Lyra brings out and arranges on a nearby table, the dagger is called a Dagger of First Light. That is in D&D Beyond. This weapon is perfect for a rogue or ranger who wants to strike first. While holding it, you have advantage on initiative rolls. If you are first in the initiative order, your speed increases by 15 feet for the first round, which would explain why Padway was so fast, given she was a tabaxi. Additionally, you can use a bonus action to cause the blade to glow, shedding bright light in a 20-foot radius. While glowing, the dagger deals radiant damage instead of piercing damage.
It's
The
in the party
ring.
now.
Mm.
The ring is called the Ring of Stolen Alacrity. This ring features an outer
Alacrity?
layer. Alacrity, thank you. I always have a hard time pronouncing that word.
Okay. Is that in D&D Beyond as well?
Yeah, Ring of Stolen Alacrity. This ring features an outer layer illustrated with a person running, which animates when spun. If you're not surprised when you roll for initiative, you can use your reaction to spin the ring and target any creature within 30 feet. The target must succeed on a DC 13 Charisma saving throw, or you magically swap your initiative roll with theirs, stealing their faster turn of order. Once again, kind of explains why she was so fast. The magic hand crossbow is called Owner's Venomous Crossbow. It fitted with a curious system of tubes and vessels. This hand crossbow grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. It holds 4 charges, regaining 1d3 +1 daily at dawn. When making an attack, you can expend 1 charge to coat the bolt in self-generating venom. On a hit, the target takes an extra 1d6 poison damage and must make a DC 13 con saving throw or becoming poisoned until the end of their next turn on a failure. The belt is called Alchemist's Potion Belt. While wearing this belt, any potion you carry on it seems to magically unstop her and spring into your hand, allowing you to drink the potion as a bonus action instead of a full action. However, we use potions as free actions. So I'll say what this belt will allow you to do is this belt will allow you to gain the benefits of a healing potion without the expenditure of a bonus action or action to get the full healing effect of the potion.
All right. I mean, what was the bag called?
It is called Alchemist Potion Belt.
Where did I put it? There it is. Oh, it comes up on its own. Customize. You said we can what?
It's a free action to gain the full health benefits of a healing potion. However, the wearer must be careful. If you roll a 1 on a dexterity saving throw or are hit by a critical hit, there's a 5% chance that one of the bottles of the belt will shatter. The boots are called Phantom Walkers. These make tracking the wearer incredibly difficult by increasing the DC of any checks to track your footprints by 5. In addition, you can use a bonus action to cause the boots to leave no footprints for up to 1 minute. When you activate this property, a magical decoy set of footprints appear on the ground, leading in random directions up to 300 feet to confound pursuers. All the things you'd expect to be in the possession of a leader of a band of rogues, smugglers, and thieves.
Okay. And then the small bag of 24 gems for 2,000 gold is, I want it to be all diamonds.
If you would like it to be all diamonds, that is perfectly fine.
Fabulous.
2,000
all
gold.
diamonds.
Yep. 2,000
Red
gold
golden
worth
diamonds.
of diamonds.
Cool.
Good for up to 6 revivifications.
I don't think a mosquito is chasing you, Sebastian. I don't think a mosquito is chasing you. Okay.
I can't think of anything funnier.
Mommy, I saw one.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi, Sebastian.
All right, go eat your yogurt.
So with that in mind, anything else you guys want to work on before the long rest?
I have a spell scroll of shield that I never copied down into my spell book, and I would like to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be part of your long rest activity. Bludgeon or Lyra, anything you guys would like to work on as part of your long rest activity?
Continue to build
Yes.
a snake cage.
Oh, yeah. Continue
And-
tinkering
The
and
intent-
building the cage for your snake. Okay.
The snake is in the cage when it wants food or water. It has to bite this area for venom that collects in a cup, and then the food and water come out.
Ooh, I like that. That's
Okay,
beautiful.
Poison.
Okay.
That work?
I'm gonna work with my panther. I'm teaching him more with the. He knows pounce and hide and attack. I'm gonna try and teach him, like, if I go unconscious, to defend me. You know,
So defend.
defend. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check for that one.
Animal handling is okay. Ooh, I got a natty 20.
There you go. You teach
So
him.
24.
Yeah, you teach him the command defend.
Sweet.
Bludgeon, what's a good skill check for when you're tinkering with a cage, do you think?
Well, I have a tinkering skill.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, roll that tinkering skill.
No, I'm not sure where to find it. Like I have tinkering tools.
That
Well,
gives you advantage whenever tinkering. Your main stat block is
sleight of hand, isn't it?
well, no, it's either I usually go off your main stat block. So is your main stat block strength or dexterity?
It is strength at 20.
Yeah, give me a strength check if you would, please, and add your strength modifier to the roll.
21, 30.
Yeah, you are going to successfully finish the last phases of building the cage. Zatina, give me an Arcana check, if you would, please.
That is 26.
26. Nice. So from your perspective, Real, the others have kind of fallen into a routine from best you can tell. Eldera has gone upstairs to make plans for what the shop might need. You can see that Bludgeon is over at a table working on assembling the last bits of a cage. Lyra is over off to the side training. No, not Sebastian. You're training. Are you training Sebastian?
Shadow Pelt.
Shadow Pelt. Training Shadow Pelt some new commands. Zatina is sitting on a big overstuffed chair surrounded by books. She seems to be copying a scroll or a spell from a book. They seem to have fallen into some long rest activities. What would you like to do as your long rest activity?
I will.
We've shown you to a room.
I'll pack everything back to my chest and take it up to my room.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of poke my nose around the house to see if it has like a bath or something. Does this house have a bath? Are we that fancy?
Give me an investigation or a perception check as you kind of use this opportunity to wander around and examine what this place might
Trap
hold.
door. We lock the trap door.
23.
Ward it.
With all the booze.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get, Real?
23.
23. This place looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. It looks like most of what you're seeing here is newly arrived. They have not unpacked yet. There's furniture in kind of piles as if to be needed to be moved into place. This place is not decorated. You get the feeling that their story that they just recently acquired this place is probably pretty much true. And the room that you're kind of given access to is very simple. There is a window that overlooks the promenade down below. And that's when you take in for the first time that you are in fact, a very large city. In the dark horizon, you can see the center of the city and a great kind of spire running from the center. You can see that the city spreads out in all directions from this vantage point. But your room is pretty plain. It's a bed, a simple table in a corner with a single chair, an empty bookcase, and an empty 2-drawer kind of piece of furniture up against the wall. Once again, looking as if this is all kind of newly arrived and newly moved in.
Real's just gonna be like, I look down the hall and make sure no one's like can hear me. Might as well be a fucking stable. But I push my chest in there and I guess it's better than nothing. I'll go to the window and I'll open the window. Hey, bird!
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
What is your name, anyways?
Oh, I'm fond of the name Bird. I think the simpler it is, the better off you are.
Oh. I'm just letting you know this is our room. It is
might as well be a stable.
That's what I said.
I think
it's
it
a little
just recently.
lacking.
I know. I think they must have just recently moved in or something. Do you suspect that they are an up and coming criminal gang, sir?
Nah, they don't hit me like that kind of group. The bludgeon might. The scary esoteric one might be. Lyra and Zatina don't seem too. They seem pretty harmless. I don't think this is a gang. It's all right. That's all right. They seem like good people. We'll hit the market in the morning. Maybe we can get this room spruced up a little bit.
Yes, sir. I took the liberty of looking around a bit. There seems to be. It's currently closed, but it may be available to you in the morning. Of course, there is a place on the edge of the promenade. It is called the Brass Scales Exchange. It seems to be a place where people bring money to exchange into other forms of currency of money, as well as the offering of transferring jewels and other things into subsequent currency as well. It seems to be owned by someone that goes by the name of Master Orin Vance.
Orin Vance. What was the place called again?
It's called the Brass Scales Exchange.
The Brass Scales Exchange. Orin
Yes.
Vance. All right, I'll try and remember that. As I pop up in my my chest again, I kind of pull out some bags and I'll pull out a leather bound, kind of like a large leather bound book, and I open it up and I have like a coin collection of everywhere I've gone. And this, and I'll maybe put one in there. All right, we could trade the rest. I got copies of the rest.
And sir,
Yes.
that was quite generous of you to share your screaming fey juice with them.
Oh, well. I'll probably be staying here for a little while, so I might as well be a little nice to them.
Well,
I mean, they could have kicked me out. That would have been unfortunate.
Yes, well, it seems they are rather kindly to strangers. Hopefully they don't, well, never mind.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that bludgeon one didn't immediately try stabbing me or something.
Well, I mean,
But,
you
you know.
assume that the hostilities towards Tiefling here are the same as other places that we've gone. Did you see their reaction to your description of elves?
I know. It's like they don't know what elves are.
That's very strange.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did just pop into their living room unannounced. A dagger to the gut or a bow to the back would not be all that unheard of. I mean, the elves didn't like when I popped into their little village in the Fae. They were pissed.
Well, that was mostly because you were going to steal from them, sir, to be fair.
Well, they didn't know that at first.
Well, we shall go by your words, sir. But I'm going to go find a nice roost on top of this lovely establishment and settle in for the night. See you in the morning, sir. Goes flying off.
That's whisper. What a strange bird. Anyways, I'll kind of like get all my stuff put away, and I guess I'll just kind of bed down for the night.
Everybody finishing their tasks for the evening. Go ahead and settle in for that long rest. Go ahead and click off the long rest as we begin our first day of ownership of the apothecary and some decisions.
Yay!
To be made, as you have a 30-day time dilation that you can describe what you would like to do until the beginning of the Festival of Birth, which is in exactly 30 days, when all of Emon celebrates the successes of the city, as well as the celebration of the Age of Restoration, the return of arcade magic to the great capital of Emon, and at the end of that 30 days, the reveal of the completed Citadel Fortress up in the Cloudtop District. So what would you guys like to try to accomplish over the next 30 days?
I want to get the apothecary set up.
Okay. If you want to focus on that specifically, I want
to get the apothecary set up, and I want to make stuff to sell at the shop, and sourcing ingredients, both purchasing and going out and collecting it myself. And then but I also wanted to, it's Dravoraks. I wanted to make sure that I go and touch base with him too.
A beautiful piece.
Sorry, he's enjoying himself behind me.
Yes,
As kids do.
Dravoraks.
Dravoraks.
Yeah, Dravoraks, who is the head of the Order of the Scale and is a member or is over in the Scale Tire in Emon Central District. So they're going to go hook up with or connect with him, as well as begin to try to turn this into a working apothecary. Zatina, what would you like to focus on for the next 30 days?
I'll help with the apothecary, but also try and find out a little bit more about this relic that our new friend has, and maybe try and see if there's any sort of history on him. It looks like he's been traveling a while. Maybe he's popped into Tal'Dorei before, and there's some stories about him.
Ooh, I love that. Okay. So help with the apothecary. Try to learn more about Real and the strange relic that he travels with, and see if there's more information about him. Bludgeon, what are you going to focus on for the 30 days?
Two things. I think more research on the three fates.
Okay.
And kind of research leading to where I came from, or the history of the battles. And then secondly, since Padway's gone, I kind of want to grub around and see who's taking over the criminal activities that are now in a vacuum, because that guild is gone. So gathering information on those two areas.
Oh, did we want to try and see if we can get back into the Dorn's office and see if the dragon is there?
We certainly could.
Okay.
But this would be a 30-day fast forward.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's true. But, like, shit's going to happen with the dragon, potentially, if we don't in 30 days.
So we should do it sooner than better.
Right?
Real would be like tomorrow. Let's do that. Very keen on playing with his gym.
Yeah, but that means leaving us. I don't want you to leave us. You just got here and you're fascinating.
Well, there's no guarantee it'll even work. And if I can get this charged, I still have things I have to do here. So it's not like I'll be leaving immediately.
Fascinating. Okay.
Okay, now I'm getting stranged out by another one. The only one that hasn't stranged me out yet is Bludgeon. I probably just haven't seen it yet.
Just wait.
Oh, Lord.
So we'll start with the idea that you guys want to spend a few days learning more about this red dragon. Make sure you get every last drop there, Callist. All I heard was spoon scrapes.
I can do it again.
Lyra's like over in the corner on a little.
I can stick my face in it and lick it.
It's like slurping the last little bit of soda out of the bottom. There you go.
Everybody start off by giving me investigation checks as a group. We'll make this a group effort.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
19.
Nice. Finally. Good roll.
15.
15
18.
and 18. You first find yourself kind of wandering the city looking for a familiar individual that had kind of helped you guys move in and get settled into the apothecary. He goes by the name of Captain Taylor. He was the one that told the story to all the folk and people of both the promenade and other parts of the city about what you guys had accomplished by defeating Padway. You find him near the barracks of the Central District. He begins to explain to you that Professor Dorn has not been seen, that his engineering location has been sealed by the DeRollo family after their suspicion that possibly he might be involved in doing rather ne'er-do-well activity. As a little side venture, you guys do pass by Dravorak's, allowing Lyra an opportunity to check in with the dragonborn. While you wait for her outside, Lyra, you find yourself inside, and Dravorak's kind of acknowledges you and brings you into his study chamber. So what have you been up to, Lyra? The word on the street is that you and your friends have done off with a rather notorious scoundrel that goes by the name of Padway.
Yeah, we kind of ran afoul of her and she wouldn't leave us alone, so we kind of had to get rid of her so that she would.
And I have also heard from some of my contacts within the Gilded Scale, as well as the Council, that perhaps Professor Dorn has had a bit of a falling out with them.
That would appear to be so. We've not been able to find Professor Dorn.
Well, I have
even
something...
he sent us on that. He sent us on that wild goose chase, and then we never saw him since.
Yes, one of the council members brought me a bit of a gift. If you wouldn't mind following me, please.
I will follow.
You follow him down into the basement of the tower, and there, curled up in a sleepy ball in a rather large containment cage, is a very young red dragon. The one that you remember seeing being held up in Dorn's engineering tower.
Are we all there? Or is it just Lyra?
Just Lyra
Just
at
me.
the moment.
I was wondering what happened to him. I saw him in Dorn's office.
Yes,
her.
I'm not entirely sure why they thought of me. After all, I'm dragonborn, not dragon. I keep trying to tell them that. Although dragons are innately magical creatures, but here's the interesting thing. It has rather unique qualities to its form. I'm still studying it and beginning to realize it is not a traditional chromatic dragon. There's something rather different about it. Whatever Professor Dorn was working on, it would seem that the outcome of his experiments was this very creature that lies here in my cell.
Is it friendly?
So far, its language is rudimentary at best. It seems to have some innate magical ability, minor illusion, and other such things. Currently, it's merely costing me half a cow a day to keep it happy.
Can it hear me?
I don't know. I've never bothered to. You there, Flame? Wake up! It
Is he
opens
talking
up.
in common?
It opens up a single eye and then closes it. I mean,
Was he
rudimentary.
talking in common?
Well, yes, basic rudimentary.
No, I mean-
common.
I asked Jason, was Davrix talking in common?
Yes, he's been talking in common to you.
I meant to the dragon.
Whenever he speaks to the dragon, he speaks in Draconic.
Okay, so that's why I was asking if he was speaking to it in Draconic, because if he
Yeah.
was speaking to it in common, I was going to try speaking to it in Draconic.
But no, he would describe that he does often speak or communicate with it in Draconic.
Okay. So it's not responsive. His name's Flame?
I don't know what its name is. I just call it Flame.
Okay. I'm going to ask, hello, pretty dragon, do you have a name? In Draconic.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
18.
18. It seems to open up an eye and then lift its head, stares at you. Its nostrils flare, and then it simply goes back to sleep. Yes, that's pretty much its teenage attitude the entire time.
Well, I mean, anyone's going to have a bad attitude if they're locked up in a tower.
Well, he wasn't exactly. It's a little bit more complicated than that. Come with me. Allow me to show you one last final thing that they brought me.
Okay.
He walks you upstairs into his study and then up into his laboratory. And his laboratory is pretty pimp. So it's pretty decked out. On a center table in the middle of his laboratory, there are chunks of like fragments of egg kind of spread about on the table. Very familiar looking fragments of egg from your perspective. And he says, well, it would seem that Professor Dawn was doing some kind of experimentation on an egg that he found somewhere, hatched this particular dragon, and was using magic to control and mature it into existence. Not exactly sure what magic he was using. I'm not fully aware. My guess is using a form of draconic magic.
Now, where could he have gotten these eggs? Does it look like there's more than one eggshell, or just one eggshell?
Just one. I mean, the remnants would be equivalent to what your current egg looks like.
Okay, so I'd say where would he have gotten this egg from?
I'm not really sure. To be honest with you, dragon eggs are extremely rare, even more so since the time of
Thordak?
the destruction of Thordak and the Chroma Conclave. Most dragons have been driven to the very edge of Taldori, and in some cases to the very edges of Exandria. My understanding is that most dragons have receded to the far northern shores of Isola and the Shattered Teeth Islands. The occasional sighting from time to time, of course. A green dragon in the Midlands has been sighted in the last few months, but not much since then.
So, what are you going to do with the red dragon?
I don't know. Keep it, study it, see what Professor Dawn was onto. Of course, you're always free to come over and help with my studies and my research if you'd like.
I would like.
Very good. Well, it's good to see you again, Lyra. Where are you staying these days?
We actually have a location that was given to us from the Cobalt Soul on the promenade, right across from Gilmore's.
Excellent. Always good to be. Always good to be in good with the Cobalt Soul. Well, I must get back to my studies. I now know where to come find you if I need you. Good luck, young lady. Before long, you guys watch as Lyra comes out of the bottom of the tower and back in amongst you after you were waiting for her return.
Well, that was enlightening. We don't have to try and get back into Dorn's office.
And do you explain what we just witnessed?
I will explain when we get to the house. Or to the apothecary.
Okay. By the time you guys make it back to the apothecary, Lyra then spends the next 15 minutes telling you about her conversation with Dravorak.
Did she tell us about the dragon?
So you tell them everything that happened?
Well, they knew about the dragon.
No, they didn't know if Dravorak had him. You were in there by yourself.
Right.
They
No,
were
I mean, they
outside
knew that
waiting.
because we were going to try and sneak into Dorn's office. So I'm telling you, we don't have to try and sneak into Dorn's office anymore. It's not there.
Well, where is it?
It's sealed.
It's being contained.
Where at? Can we get to it?
I can.
What do you mean you can?
I don't know if I can take others with me, but I can.
Can you ask? I'd really much like to see if it can charge my little thing here.
Right now, it's not doing much of anything but laying there.
So you saw it? Well, what are we waiting for? Why didn't you ask when we were there?
Let's ease into that. It's not going anywhere.
Do you get the sense that he wanted to get rid of the dragon? That he
No.
didn't get anymore? And he was disadvantaged by the council giving it to him?
No.
We have plenty of room for a dragon in this large building.
I know. And in the next month, I can probably work up to that. But I think he still wants to study it some.
Hold on. We're talking about a dragon. Even if it's not super aggressive right now, it's a lot. This ain't a cat.
We already have a snake in a cage. We can put a dragon in a cage as well.
Yeah, it's just a bigger cage.
Where are we gonna? Is it gonna even fit in the house? How big is this thing?
It's little now.
Yeah, it's considered a worm room at this point. So it's only about 8 to 10 feet in size.
That's not gonna fit in the house. I mean, it's gonna poop
It's not
everywhere.
much bigger than I was. It's not much bigger than I was as a dragon.
I know, but we're talking about a dragon. We're just keeping it cooped up in the house. Is a terrible idea.
No, we got a barn out back.
We have a barn.
So I guess I would find that out within the 30. I mean, I guess I still think it's a bad idea, but I mean, I ain't completely against it. Ain't my house, I guess.
Okay.
If they offered up, he didn't seem too keen on keeping it.
I mean, what if everybody else finds out we got a dragon? That's just asking for an ass whooping by whoever's in charge here.
No, then we sell tickets.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Okay, but we gotta get them to sign the waiver saying that we are not responsible if they get burned or eaten or anything like that.
Exactly.
That's not a bad idea, though. All right, well, we'll work on that.
Tina's kind of a little appalled at the idea that we could possibly have like one of the few dragon wormlings in our possession. We're going to turn it into a third-rate like roadside zoo attraction.
So I feel like in this 30-day period, you'd find out Real knows quite a bit about dragons. He is very standoffish about having a red dragon in our house, but the idea of being able to make a bunch of money off it is, you can definitely see like he's definitely interested in that. He's like,
We can train it.
No, you can't. You can't train it. You keep it from eating you for a while, but then it gets big and then it burns everything down. That's a red dragon. They are not nice. It might be
Well,
small now, but it will get big. And it will try and eat you and burn the city to the ground. And I do not plan to be here when that happens.
I don't know what Dorn did to it, but it's not a normal chroma dragon. I don't know what Dorn did to it.
That's worth
It's not a
investigating.
normal dragon.
Well, I mean, I have
That's
to
what
see it
Dravorak
for
is looking
myself.
into.
Well,
Maybe.
perhaps when there's a chance, and if you can get us to see it, maybe I can take a look at it myself, and then maybe I'll change my mind. But red dragons seem to be. I tell you what, red dragons are incredibly greedy, and they're incredibly mean. They're all great. They're all greedy. They're all mean. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But if he did something to it, then, well, hell, he'd be the first that I've ever seen.
How long ago was Thordak's invasion?
70 years?
Yeah, about 70 years ago.
Is there still a big ass crater in the middle of the city?
The Thordak scar is still there, yeah.
I would imagine Rio would quickly learn about the city's history with dragons.
As part of his 30-day activity, yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Giant crater in the middle of
It
the
would
city.
just reinforce
that used
his
to be-
idea of bad dragon. Certain dragons bad.
was-
Red dragon bad.
It was a giant red dragon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A red dragon
Massive.
or a chromatic.
But
dragon.
it had
Chromatic.
super powers from whatever the hell it got out of the
A dragon's a dragon. I mean, a dragon could burn the city to a fully grown red dragon could burn the city to the ground if it wanted to.
It
I mean,
was
we
a
might
dragon-
be able to fight it off, but our
Hey,
city's
we
still
just
gonna
make
burn.
those really big black arrows that you shoot on like ballista and stuff, right? And that
Oh,
piercing
yeah, you
through,
can kill them. It's just the city
You know,
ain't
but we
gonna
have
be
to
able
have-
to.
we have to have someone from a certain bloodline shoot it, so that it's-
I don't know
What were you
about
saying,
that.
I know,
Zatina, what were you saying?
I was making a stupid joke.
I'm sorry.
So was I. So was I.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was making a stupid joke about Thordak having gone Super Saiyan from his time in the Plane of Fire, but
Oh, yeah. Super That's pretty much on
Okay.
point. Pretty much on point.
Giant gem in his chest.
Mhm.
Okay.
Anyways.
So 30 days? 30 days? We spend it
For real's 30 days.
Okay.
for real.
For
For real.
realsies.
real.
Zatina, as interested as she would be in kind of like what I've brought, I guess everyone would know I'm very protective of the gym-like thing I brought. It's always with me. It's never outside. Like it's always on me or somewhere. Like I don't let it out of my sight. I don't openly carry it. I'm very protective of it, even around y'all.
It's my Palantir, my precious.
It is my precious. No touch. I might let you look for a little bit, but I'm very protective of that.
Oh, touchy.
No touch. No touch. Rio would also spend quite a bit of time with Zatina or at a library finding out as much as he can about dragons in this world, especially any named dragons.
Okay.
He's
Like
definitely I'm definitely looking for like all the named dragons, trying to figure out what dragons are in this world, either past, like have been, or current. Again, named the dragons specifically. Bludgeon, Rio will definitely kind of tag along with you to go check on the underside of the city. But for slightly different reasons, Rio definitely kind of fits in with that as flashy as he likes, because he's very, dresses very well, very expensive clothes, jewelry, but he goes to mingle with the underside and spends a lot of time, gambling and just trying to make a quick coin. And Real's very good at a game of cards.
Well, Rio has the flashy clothes, right? Bludgeon has clothes that's way out of date. So it's not that we're going to create any kind of like signature or anything.
Say that again?
It's not that we're going to be abnormally noticeable in this environment that you're going into with your tiny clothes and a
Rio-
crop top.
I mean, people would definitely notice Real. He's not larger than life. I'm trying to think of the word. Very,
Flamboyant.
Flamboyant.
Gregarious?
Yeah.
Gregarious.
So whenever we go
Gregarious?
to like the underside of the city, he's very interested whenever there's a game of cards being played or a game of dice being played. He is awfully good at winning games, let's say.
Cheater.
Very quick with his hands.
Zatina, your part of your first few days of activity, you find yourself at the Alabaster Lyceum. Lyra has gone off to secure goods and products for the shop. Real and Bludgeon have snuck off to the more seedy side of town, as well as look into the ruins of the Temple of Helm, where Padway had been kind of offering up her headquarters for her organization. The Alabaster Lyceum, located in the Eurodite Quarter, is said to be one of the greater libraries of Tal'Dorei. The library is about as old as Emon is old in its foundation of its city some 700-800 years ago. It also contains the collective works of the Cobalt Soul and other organizations that find it very necessary and important to maintain a history from the time period that we are in now, going back as far as Calamity goes, although there's a lot of gaps in the written knowledge and understanding of Calamity because of the overall kind of apocalyptic conditions that Calamity had caused. Although Tal'Dorei was very fortunate and was able to avoid a good portion of that outcome. You are guided by one of the disciples of the Lyceum into the greater areas of the library. Give me a investigation check as you begin to pursue the section that you were escorted to.
That is a 22.
There are a series of books that catch your eye and begin your journey of discovery. There's a group of books that talk about someone that is referred to as the Traveler, although that takes you down a path of understanding as it relates to a great Fey-like creature that is referred to as the Traveler and has been known to be worshipped as a god. Although ever since the arrival of Predathos, it seems that most of the history and understanding of this creature has kind of faded in recent memory. You eventually come across an almanac of historical battles that took place over a series of time and kind of instructional the way the books are written. Probably the most interesting group of books that you find is they are a title of books. They're called The Passage of Time, and they're in volumes. But the volumes of these books spans great periods of decades and centuries. And it appears to be in the kind of pseudonym of an anonymous author who goes by the name The Starry Wanderer. And these books do a pretty good job of describing very specific time periods in very specific details. And it's done in such a way to describe everything in a very flamboyant manner. It almost kind of reminds you of the way that Real talks, the way it's authored. There's a lot of inference and information about a powerful stone that this person uses when they author these books and travel, and you're kind of gobsmacked. Is it possible that you're reading the traveling journals of this person called Real, but this is not the name that the author is under? Some of the journeys seem to be a little over the top. Most notably, though, no mention of the Feywild, no mention of a tiefling origin, but the discussion of a powerful key or tool used to project and enhance magic is mentioned numerous times in the different writings. And then I would say when you head over to the Scale Tower and Library, since you have access to that because it's a separate structure alongside the Scaled Tower, this library focuses more on the arcane nature of things. Give me another investigation roll for that library.
Oh no. I don't want it to be a 1. Wait, I have the thing. Because I'm a divination wizard. I have that thing where
You can reroll.
well
Or can you add like 10 to it?
no, it's
I don't have guidance. Do I have guidance?
Or
Guidance! I have guidance. I'm
you're
not there.
not there.
no, I rolled 2d20. I rolled 2 d20s before we started. And
Oh,
I
that's
can
right.
place one of those numbers. And it's only a 9, but it'll do for
Yeah.
a
It's not a
dirty
1.
20.
Yeah, 9 for dirty 20 because you're plus 11 on investigation.
Yeah.
You come across a book called The Magic of the Fairy Wink. The Magic of the Fairy Wink seems to describe a talisman or object that is used to enhance and project magic at a greater level of ability, and it is also said to be linked to a greater fey creature known as a ancient fey sprite. Although the ancient fey sprite in its description in the book seems to describe a strange dragon type creature, and they seem to refer to it as the Mercury Dragon, which is a rare dragon that is only ever seen in certain places of the Fae or even the Astral Sea. Very much a dragon of magical power, magical whim, but very different from traditional dragons. It sounds like you found a little bit of information that might explain the power of what Real contains, but it doesn't really explain how to charge it back up, how to wield it. Does it require a specific kind of magic? Although it does seem to be linked directly to the Fae, possibly. It also bears a strong resemblance to a variation of a stone called a power stone, stones that can absorb power and then project power outwards.
Mhm.
Those tend to be a lot smaller and a lot more kind of simplistic to use, where Reels feels a little bit complex and kind of uniquely different for sure. I would also say you spend a few more days wandering the promenade. Give me an insight check as you are carrying a shopping list with you that was acquired to you by Lyra as you're beginning to look for things to bring back to the apothecary.
Insight? That's only a 10.
Only 10? The one thing you do notice is that the notion of apothecary activity within Emon appears to be relatively limited. Not much seems to be going on in that regards. There was the long sidewalk of the herbalist sidewalk that you eventually walk through. There is, of course, Quentin Puck's jewelry shop. There's, of course, Gilmore's Glorious Goods. But at this point, while there are possibilities of things to be purchased to support apothecary shop, there does not seem to be a fully functioning apothecary shop within the promenade itself. And I'll say upon her return, Lyra, go ahead and deduct 100 gold from the party inventory as she brings you back a 30-day supply of ingredients for you to make apothecary checks.
Yes.
Real and Bludgeon, you guys are currently in the Temple District. You're standing near the watchtower where you had met the ignominious, I think it was was it Fetch, or you had met one of the
lookout.
the lookouts that was there, and using that as a guideline, the two of you are now standing on the edge of a cordoned off a ruined temple of Helm. There's anywhere from 30 to 40 Emon guards, City Watch, that are currently excavating the site. They have found multiple entrances down into the subterranean feature of this place, and are now attempting to find and locate all of the more kind of secretive places of the area. The two of you can go ahead and give me either survival or perception as you're watching them do this.
Eight.
Guidance.
You're not there. What'd you get, Real? You're muted, by the way.
I'm sorry, did you need me to roll?
Yeah, either survival or investigation. Sorry, perception. Either survival or perception.
Perception. Ooh. 7 for perception.
7. As the two of you scan the remains of the ruins, you fail to locate anything that you feel that they might have missed. And most of what they seem to be extracting out from the abandoned ruins of the temple that they were using as a headquarters appears to be things that traditional smugglers might gather. Crates of goods, crates of trade goods, things that would be stolen off of merchant vessels, things that would be being delivered to different shops for purposes of purchase, or delivered up to the Cloudtop district for the more kind of like fancy or well-to-do members of the city. It would appear that they may have thoroughly gone through the entirety of the ruin.
Can Bludgeon use heroic inspiration and try again?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Better, 17.
17. However, as the two of you are about to leave, you can't help but notice that there's one section of the ruin that looks untouched. As you begin to focus on that section of the ruin, you can see partially exposed cellar doors. It would appear that the City Watch has not begun to excavate this side of the hideout.
You want to go take a look?
Of course.
The two of you head over.
not.
Yeah, the two of you head over to the edge of the ruins. You begin to follow it towards where you could see the heavy bricks and stonework that have kind of collapsed across the storm cellar doors. The stones and brick are easily moved off to the side. However, there's a rather large padlock and chain strewn across the cellar doors.
I'll cast Shatter on it.
Okay. You cast Shatter. You watch as the chain immediately fractures. The doors kind of buckle down inward, exposing a 8-foot stairwell entrance that seems to go down about 20 feet into the darkness.
Is there any way for traps? I stopped real. Like I died here once before.
I died here once before.
You died here.
Good. Let's check it. Let's be careful.
I'll touch. What do you have anything with you? Like, can I just like touch his shirt and cast light on his like armor or his shirt or whatever to make that
reach
glow?
out and a puff of magic, and now Bludgeon is kind of like the focus of the light, kind of beaming off of his armor.
It's hard to sneak around when you're glowing.
I mean, a little lit. I can't exactly take it off now. I mean, unless you want to die again to a trap.
He's got this stagger that glows also. So.
Oh, well, I mean, you could have said that. You know, you could have mentioned that.
Bludgeon, give me an investigation roll, as the entrance is now very well lit, so you have advantage on this roll.
11.
11. You see no signs of traps so far. The stairs descend 30 feet till they hit the very bottom of like a beginnings of a hallway. The hallway seems to go off into the darkness, but to pursue it, you'd have to keep going.
Let's keep going.
So as you and Real descend down into the stairwell, into the hallway tunnel, you find yourself looking at a kind of collapsed section of a room. The first thing you notice is that your foot scuffs against some coins, and it would appear that you've discovered a treasure room that is filled with a rather massive spill of coins and equipment.
Well, that's a good day.
Oh, shit. I don't have anything to carry it all with. Can I cast...
Let's make sure this is real.
No, I can't do anything.
Yeah, you reach out. Yeah, you kind of reach out and touch a few of the coins. It would appear that a nearby wall had collapsed in at some point and kind of crushed this room, and some boxes and other things that were inside the room just kind of squeezed out and just kind of spilt out around on the floor all around you and Real.
Should I send for the others? Maybe ask them to bring a bag or two?
I think we need to take everything we can carry and then make our way back there and see if anybody notices us.
All right, fair. I can deal with that.
I think if we have guards around here, they're going to notice something's been disturbed. I think we need to smash and dash and then see if it's been noticed. And then we can come back with more carrying ability.
Well, I can... Do I have this spell prepared? I don't think I do.
What spell were you thinking of?
Disguise self. Do I even have that spell? No, I don't have it prepared.
Well, any items should be of value that are here. Maybe we can take a look at these crates and see what's really valuable and take as much as we can.
I second that. I'll do a little whistle for Bird.
Yes, sir. What do you... Oh, my. Look at this. Lots of shinies.
Oh, yes. Would you mind staying by the entrance and warning us in case anyone comes?
Of course. I shall whistle like a bird if I see or hear anything suspicious, sir.
Perfect.
Flitters off.
Can I look around? Are there any bags that that'd be easier to carry? Backpacks,
no, but between you and Bludgeon, you get the feeling that there's at least 10,000 gold worth of coins here.
Fuck.
Mixed denominations of silver, copper, platinum, gold, but this is at least a 10,000 gold spill of coins. But all the crates and everything are fractured, or their lids have been ripped open and pushed out. Anything worth fixing, I would say that between the two of you, you could give me a tinkering check. So Bludgeon, give me a strength check with advantage because you have your tools, and I'll lower the DC because I would imagine Real's going to help you do this.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Here's the first roll. 6. Here's the advantage roll. Better. 24.
Oh,
24.
Better.
The two of you managed to fabricate at least one large strong box out of some of the physical remains, and you're able to put about 3,500 coins inside that strong box.
Sounds
It
good.
requires the two of you to carry it, however, out and back towards the apothecary.
How much gold can I possibly stuff into my pockets before we go as well?
It's not about gold as much as the coins that you see. So I would say, you could carry about 1,000 coins worth of gold weight.
Is it all coins or other gems?
It's mostly mixed coins.
Here's a thought. Can your crow carry the bag of holding, like flying?
Bag of-
And we've got
I'm sure he could.
Bring-
Who has it?
a bag back, and we fill it up.
I like that. I like that. I like you. See, I knew I liked you the moment I saw you. I'm glad you didn't stab me the moment I showed up. I'll whistle for Bird again.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat on Bird to make him
Okay.
go faster.
Okay. So, Satina, you and Lyra are in the ground floor of the apothecary. She is currently working on some tinctures and alchemy products. You're kind of like organizing and setting up the shop. You're clearing off shelves and tables and arranging books for sale and other things that you guys have been gradually collecting over the 4-week period. And then Bird lands on a nearby stack of books. Oh, hello. I've been sent here by a Master Reel and Bludgeon. They have found a rather large amount of coins at the old headquarters of Padway. They would like to borrow a bag of holding that I can take to them so that they may fill it with as much coin as possible.
Okay,
I
I'll
do
be
not
right
have
back.
a bag of holding.
Let me go empty it.
Very well, of course.
I go down to the
Basement.
cellar. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I make sure the door is closed and latched.
Okay.
And then I empty the bag, which
Okay.
has the egg in it.
Yep.
And I put that down in there.
Okay.
Oh, makes me very, very nervous about doing this.
They head back upstairs to give over the bag of holding.
And I set Sebastian on the door to watch it.
Okay. Okay.
And I hand the bag to Bird.
Oh,
Bird
very
person.
good. Very good. This should work. It should
Yeah, I
work
love
well
that
enough.
bat.
Of course. Of course. Like 10, 20 minutes goes by. Real and Bludgeon, you see the Bird come flying back in carrying the bag of holding. So between the strong box you fabricated and the bag of holding, you're able to recover all the coins that you can see.
Yeah.
And
Search around for anything else, just in
yeah.
case.
Yeah, give me a final investigation check as you look around.
23.
23. What'd you get, Real?
8.
8. Bludgeon, you do find one thing that's rather interesting. A very ornate looking lantern. A kind of lantern that you would typically see hanging off a post that you would light to give off light. But it's just overly ornate looking. It has a lot of suspicious markings and other things on it that would make you believe it might be magical.
Got it. I'm going to wrap it up with a cloth or something so no
Okay.
one sees it. And let's leave. And as we leave, we're going to try to put it back as well as we can so it's more undisturbed.
Gotcha. Before long, Zatina and Lyra, Real, Bludgeon, and Bird come into the ground floor of the apothecary, carrying a rather large, rather poorly fabricated strongbox, as well as the newly filled bag of holding. And do you guys tell them everything that you guys discovered
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
temple?
yeah.
Okay.
So detect
And
magic
then-
and all this stuff.
Yeah. And then Bludgeon would hold out the rather ornate looking lantern that she discovered that he discovered. Zatina, you recognize it immediately. You've seen these before. This is a lantern of reveal. These are usually used
Oh,
as
we
a
had one.
means. Yeah, these are usually the means of revealing in persons of invisibility, locations that are secret, or locations that are being disguised by magical means.
I will explain what it is.
Okay.
Let's try it. Let's try
I
it.
wonder if there was something down there that you could have spotted by using this lantern down there.
What?
That's not a bad idea, but we'd have to get back there again. Guards are crawling all over the place. But we did get the important thing. We got all the gold.
We are heroes of the city. I think we can talk our way out of it. If we get gold.
We could just say that we're investigating. I mean, it's not like there's any gold down there or nothing.
Not
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Take the eyes of charming. Take the eyes of charming with you.
What's that?
It's
The who?
eyes of charming. These crystal lenses fit over the eyes. They have 3 charges. While wearing them, you can expend 1 or more charges to cast Charm Person. For 1 charge, you cast a level 1 version of the spell. You increase the spell's level by 1 for each additional charge you expend.
Yep.
And the charges, yeah.
What doesn't like that thing?
It's in the party pool.
You can wear them real. Put your glasses.
No. I'm okay. I think you should wear. I think they look great on you.
You don't have to just pull them out when you're ready to charm someone. It's fine.
All right. I'll pull up
I
my
mean,
Gucci glasses.
My Gucci glasses.
I just imagine these like thick rimmed, like nerdy.
They have a picture. If you go to the party inventory. Have you
that's
seen the
right.
party inventory? Yeah.
Have you seen the party?
Have you seen
Inventory.
the party? And Bludgeon, Neil, did you take the dagger of first light, or did you already have one?
I already had one from one of the first episodes.
Okay. So now we have 2 daggers of first light with the party.
Oh, those are nerdy looking
Figure out-
glasses. I'm not wearing those.
Go ahead, Satina.
Oh, I would be wanting to tell what I found in my research about the
At the Lyceum
mhm,
and at the Gilded Scale Library.
mhm.
So everything that Satina learned about this anonymous author that travels around writing about their journeys, this idea about something or someone being called the Traveler, the idea of the Mercury Dragon, as well as the idea that Real's stone may be linked directly to the Fae and may be a stone that's designed to project power.
Is Zatina saying that that's what she found to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I would tell it to Real so he would know like what that, so he'd have some like reference of what we might call it
Gotcha.
here.
And what was it called again? What was it called during the reference?
Often here it's referred to as a power stone.
Huh.
Mommy,
Ain't that something?
table fair.
I would say maybe I mean they're used to power things. They're basically arcane batteries.
That does check off one of the boxes. As he kind of he's just kind of like sitting there looking at you. Hmm.
You gave the nosy wizard something to be nosy about. What did you expect?
No. I mean, what is
But maybe there's more of these around because there's obviously this other person who's gone around and told of their travels, and there's this fae creature called the Traveler.
I've met no traveler, but perhaps we will yet. I don't know.
As you guys continue your process of collecting the loot, who's going back to see if the lantern reveals anything?
Bludgeon will.
Okay. Anybody else?
We should
We'll go with them.
empty. We should empty the.
Rolling.
We should empty the bag of holding and take it back empty.
Agreed.
So you guys going as a
So-
group this time?
I'm gonna stay because I don't want to leave all the stuff that we have here alone. I'll stay. Or we have Eldira here, but she has a habit of dying.
Eldira will convince you otherwise. She goes, "Don't worry, I will take care of it. It's not going to be found."
Okay. I want to word it. Do I have?
Hey, just put the evil eye on it. Anyone that touches it gets the evil eye.
I'm gonna put the evil eye on it. So anyway, yeah, like one of my what's it called? The charlatan potions and stuff. I'm gonna make it look like it's horrible to touch. Okay.
Yeah.
With that, you guys gather yourselves up and head back down to the Temple District. To Bludgeon and Real's credit, they take you to an area of the ruin that clearly has not been excavated yet. They take you down into the storm cellar stairs, down the long hallway, and into the crushed remains of the room that was being used to store all of this treasure and coin that was retrieved. Bludgeon then points out the area that he had discovered the lantern.
How to use a lantern? You just turn it on and it discovers everything. Invisible.
Yeah, it reveals. Reveal your secrets.
Lantern on.
Yeah, as you pull back the hood of the lantern, you can't help but notice a very magical shadowed outline of a doorway appears at the end of the hallway. What was not a door before now seems to be exposing a secret door.
Huh. Check it.
I was about to say, I'm going to go up to it and I'm going to cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay.
Well, obviously it's magic.
What magic is it?
As you cast Detect Magic on it, it is a secret door that is being protected by a minor illusion,
Oh,
which is what the
Can I
lantern reveals.
can I open it?
You can investigate the door, see if you can find a way to open it.
Yeah, I'll investigate it. My
Okay.
+1 investigation. 6.
Zatia's like, Zatia's like, get out of the way.
I'm just pushing on it and like, I don't seem to want to open.
It doesn't seem locked.
Doesn't seem locked,
It
it seems
doesn't even
hidden.
feel like a traditional door. It's just like an outline, that illusion of the walls, like projecting the idea that there's a door there. Give me an Arcana.
Can you put your
check,
arm
Satina.
hand through it?
No, it's solid. You watch this
I'm
real.
sorry.
You watch this real pressed up against it. Zatina, give me an Arcana check if you would, please.
29.
29. You get the feeling the spell knock would definitely open it.
I'll cast knock.
Okay. You guys watch as the kind of reverberation of the spell clicks off against the door. The door, as it slides open, you can see numerous cages filled with the dead remains of people. The smell is awful. It is the smell of decay. The smell.
How long? How
Of,
long has it been since we killed Padway?
we'll say 14 days now since you've
2
killed.
weeks.
We don't know if these are sacrifices or slaves or something.
These are people that died because no one knew they were here.
Yeah, there's one particular corpse that looks rather familiar.
Is it Dorn?
It does look like the corpse of Professor Dorn in one of the cages.
The contemporary one, or
Oh, it smells awful in here. Oh, it's dead people.
Yeah.
The
And a
hell?
lot of the people that are in here are dressed very nicely, This might be where they were hiding their kidnapped victims. Or persons of interest that they might have been extorting information from.
That is... Well, if we bring the authorities back here, they may actually be able to bring some of these people back with their remains.
Well, let's search them first. Given
They
that
are in cages. I doubt they were probably already stripped of everything before they were put in cages.
Real's like holding like a piece of cloth over his nose. I mean, if you want to search him, go ahead. I don't think I want to get my hands near any of these dang things. Fucking stink will stick to me for days.
As he
You're not wrong.
Brushes off his blouse.
Bludgeon's going to search the door, get him out of his cage.
Say that again?
Searching Dorn.
Search the Dorn corpse.
Yeah. The cages aren't very big. They're only about 7 feet tall by about 5 feet around. So you can easily kind of reach your arms through there. And as you do, you begin to kind of search the physical remains. There doesn't seem to be anything on him. He's wearing just simple robes. But he is wearing his professor's medallion from the School of Whitestone Engineering that tells you that it's definitely him. He's definitely been down here decaying for at least 7 to 10 days. And it would appear that everything was taken off of his possession. Now, you guys did stumble across the coin pile that obviously Padway had collected down here through extortion and other means, but you have yet to find any other room that would indicate objects or possessions that might have been collected from these people. So there could be other places down here.
If I was
Martin takes the medallion.
Okay. Take the engineering medallion off of him. Go ahead, Zatina.
I would ask to borrow the lantern of revealing and do like a sweep around to see if there's another hidden passage.
Yeah, as you grab the lantern and you start looking through the other remaining exposed walls and floors and tunnels, while most are collapsed in and unrepaired and not really revealing anything, down one particular abandoned hallway that finishes at a collapse, on the floor, you can see yet another area of illusion that the lantern reveals. There appears to be a trap door at the end of this hallway.
I will cast knock again.
Yeah, you cast knock. You guys hear the hollow sound kind of ring through the hallway. You watch as the invisible trap door is revealed and the stone lifts up and slides off to the side, revealing a series of stone stairs that lead down into the darkness.
Real's detect magic would still be up, right?
Yeah, I would believe his detect magic would still be up. He's got a few more minutes left on it.
Yeah. I would
Any magic pinging?
Not yet. Not so far.
We have
I'll go down first. I'll sneaky down.
Sorry, go ahead, Bludgeon.
Sorry, take the lantern first.
The lantern of revealing. Does it actually light up?
It does light up like a normal lantern, but there's a separate shutter on it that when you pull it back, it reveals any kind of like magical illusion or invisible person within 30 to 60 feet.
Okay. I put on those boots of those phantom walkers. I don't know. Makes me stealthier, right? Yeah.
Makes
so
you
I'm
difficult
gonna
to pursue, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go down.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
75.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth. 14.
14.
Wait, guidance. Ha, +3. 17.
17. You guys watch as Lyra passes by Zatina and heads down the exposed exposed stairwell. Lyra, once you get to the bottom of the exposed stairwell with the lantern in front of you, you are in what could be best described as a storage chamber. A very large storage chamber. Whatever the city watch has been retrieving, it is probably stuff that had not been sorted and put into proper, how should we say, hiding locations within the hideout itself. The storage chamber is maybe 1,000 feet long by 400 feet wide. There are stone columns that are holding the 10-foot tall ceiling up above. As you're looking at the collective wealth and stolen possessions of the people of Emon over the greater part of the last 10 years by Padway. Most of what you could see are very kind of like traditional goods, but very fancy goods. Servingware, silks, anything that could be smuggled, stolen, or pilfered seems to be located in this chamber. It would take days to empty this chamber. There is so much here. Definitely enough to fill the barn, and definitely enough to fill the shop with plenty to sell.
I think we're gonna do that.
You know, I'm just saying, but as I look at like some of like the silverware and silks,
We're
Our
gonna
house
move
could-
this stuff. We're gonna move this stuff and then tell them about the dead bodies.
as I pick up like a silver plate. See, this is what proper people eat off of. Here we go, right here. I'm just like going through them like
I don't
pine
know
glass.
Pulls out
about
like
that.
a crystal goblet out of one box, gold like gold plated silverware and silver plates, and Real's like Real's definitely bougie. I think the hint of his bouginess is definitely beginning to come to the surface.
Yeah.
His bedroom has probably been very nicely outfitted with the softest bed and the most comfortable sheet.
You can't find a spork.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A titanium spork.
How are we gonna get all this out without the guards catching us? I mean,
Very
Yeah, a bunch of
carefully
dead-
and under the cover of darkness.
Is there any exits to this? I mean, we have our own tunnel beneath our place. Maybe
I mean, you haven't discovered any exits.
Yeah.
This seems to be a rather contained portion of the hideout. It would appear that the cellar door was the only way in and out of this particular portion of their hideout.
hold up. Y'all got a tunnel under the house?
Yes, there's a tunnel under the house. We'll show you later. Much later.
Oh yeah, the tunnel that leads to the sewers. That's right.
All right. I
How do we
mean,
get out of here. Can we fit all this in the bag of holding?
I
Mm,
don't know about that. Bag of holding's big. You're gonna need a big bag of holding. Plus, I mean, the guards will eventually find.
wait. We need to go back to Gilmore's and ask for a portable hole.
What about
Okay.
a teleport spell or something? Just teleport all this.
Nope.
I
We're
mean,
gonna go to Gilmore's, get a portable hole. It's a 10 by 10 area. We can fill stuff in, fold it up, and carry it.
All right.
It will make moving all of this stuff a whole hell of a lot easier.
Who
I
would
mean, if
like
you say
to make the persuasion to convince? It's not Gilmore. It's his nephew. Correct.
His nephew.
I got the charm.
this-
He had
Is
a
this-
portable
is
hole,
this-
and he told
is
us how
this-
much it was.
Uh
how much do you want for it?
Hold on, I'm looking.
huh. You literally have the price for the portable hole from like
Yeah.
a bazillion sessions ago.
8K.
Well, that's a lot of money for a portable. I mean, it's portable. What about renting it or leasing it to us? Would he let us borrow it for a smaller amount? I mean, how well
don't-
do y'all know this fella?
He owns the shop across from us.
Okay, maybe we could convince him to let it. We pay 8K and then when we return it, he'll return.
Except
Some of
I
that.
want to keep the portable hole. Because then we have a portable hole.
He likes
8,000 gold. That's a lot of gold. I mean, we found a ton of gold down here, but
And we can probably trade him some stuff for it instead.
or we could trade him some of the. We could sell some. I mean, we are opening up a shop in the house, so I mean that'll make us money. Selling all this, I mean, this God knows what else is in here. This place is fucking huge.
Can looking at just the stuff you can see right now, is there anything that would be too identifiable?
Ooh, I like that. Give me an insight check. While everyone's trying to figure out how to steal it, you're beginning to try to see
It's
if
not
any of the
stealing. She's dead.
It's our stuff. We found it.
We
Uh,
you
we are
keep what you
invoking
kill.
the law of finders keepers.
No, it's not even
I don't
that.
think
You
the-
keep what you
I don't
kill.
think- I
We
don't think the
killed
city guard
Padway.
being too kind to the finders keepers rule, especially if all this belonged to the people of the city.
Natural 20 for a 22.
Yeah, I mean, they're all real excited. You're kind of like looking at the monogrammed silverware and the monogrammed crockery and ceramics
silverware can be
and
melted down.
so you're seeing things that would be recognizable, possibly. But there's ways around that. But there are some things that are
I mean,
bougie and fancy.
do we want to put all this work? Because, and I'll pick up like monogrammed stuff, and I'm like, someone's gonna realize that.
Okay, so we go
This
through
is
it and we
from-
pull out all of the stuff that's not recognizable and is easily fensible.
I
I
wouldn't.
like the silverware. I mean, that's proper eating, right? That's like proper ware to eat off of right there. I mean, I get what you're saying, Zatina. You're right. Someone's gonna see this, but
Oh,
this kind of makes me sad. I'd like to have some proper silverware to eat off of instead of just the plates we got.
Something
Charlie,
wrong
what are you
with the plates
doing?
We got.
Charlie the cat,
Kitty
my
cat.
little dumpster kitty.
The cat wants to play.
They usually do.
Yeah.
I say we take everything and then we can sanitize it later.
That
Well,
works for me.
Like mage hands.
Or
full, too.
we take everything that is not easily recognizable as something that Padway stole from some particular person, and we leave the rest here, and we let the guards recover all of that. So they've recovered something that's not easily fensible and can be returned to the people that it was stolen from. So we get the stuff that is not, hey, this belongs to so and so, and we get back.
How about if we flip for it?
No, I think as much as my illusionist wants this silverware, I think Lyra's right. I think we just take the stuff that can't be,
Identified.
and brought back to bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. This could be useful.
Well, I mean,
Well, it is
Look at it.
useful.
Hell,
It is useful in getting us a better reputation in the city, because we have
Right.
returned all of this stuff that
We-
Padway stole.
We could flip the
Well-
gold piece.
Real the hero.
Take everything.
I like.
Girls, we'll be smart.
Bludgeon's like, hell with rich people. I want it all.
I mean, I do feel kind of bad. Picks. Not really. I don't know. All right. How about this? We do flip a coin. You can pick one, right? Real, Lyra. And whoever wins, we go with that.
Let's do that. Let's roll a die for that's a coin. Somebody flip it.
I mean, if you win, Lyra, we leave the monogram stuff. If Bludgeon wins, we can take it all and sanitize it. And
We roll a
I mean,
d20.
hell, we got
Do
so
you
much to
want
go. We can
odds
just
or
fire on
evens,
them
Bludgeon?
here.
My room with monogrammed lace.
Well, hold on. Let me just hold on. I
Bludgeon,
pull out
we'll roll
a
a
gold
D20.
coin.
We'll roll a d20. Do you want odds or evens?
Oh, hold on. I got a coin right here. Why don't you just pick heads or tails? Who wants heads?
I don't want to roll. I want to not be caught with the stuff that's detectable.
I know, Lyra. Trust me, this is for the best. I think this is the best solution we got for all this. Also, who put beep boop on my name? I've been meaning to ask that. Like goofy. Anyways. Trust me, Laura, I think this will work just fine.
Roll it.
Okay, I want heads.
All right. Bludgeon, you good with tails?
I'm good.
I flip the coin. And storyteller,
Yep.
can I sleight of hand this to make sure it lands on tail or on heads?
Give me a sleight of hand. If it beats both their passive, if it beats all their passive perception, then they will not notice that you do it.
He rolled a natty
Sorry,
20. Oh my god.
And you want, and so you use your sleight of hand to make sure it lands on tails.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No, I feel bad. I don't
Go
want to
ahead.
slide bludgeon like that. I feel bad for doing that now.
Let's see what my perception came up with.
All right.
It's your passive perception, though.
Right.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know he was doing it, so it'd be a passive perception. That
I
way.
got a 15, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll a 20.
Yeah. Real's a shyster. No luck.
I'm an asshole.
Rolls a 19.
What do you want, Charlie?
So, do you guys want to go with the portable hole plan on taking all the merchandise back to the barn and back to the apothecary?
Well, but we gotta only pull out the stuff that's not traceable.
Okay. I mean, that'll
Um,
add like a couple days worth of activity. If you want to go with the portable hole idea, someone can give me a persuasion check to see if you can convince
Persuasion.
Stefan to lower the price.
All right, I'm gonna try and convince Stefan to lower the price
Okay.
with guidance.
Okay.
Why do we not have a bard? 15 plus persuasion is 3. 18 plus 3 is 21.
21. Stefan will lower it to 5,000 gold.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay.
You can sell it back.
We don't want to sell it back to him. We want to keep it so that when we have more treasure later, we can, that way
Just
one of you
pull
guys.
it.
Okay, Sebastian, I really need you to go sit down at your table.
So we'll say it'll take another 7 evenings of sneaking into what you found and using this idea of the portable hole, unloading the portable hole, filling it, unloading it, back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. However, during this process, Bludgeon, you spend some time over at the Lyceum to do some more discovery about the three fated sisters. Go ahead and give me a investigation roll, if you would, please.
All right, here we go. 6.
6. Now give me a history check as well. At disadvantage, unfortunately, as you got a 6 on your investigation
All right.
check.
8.
8. You spend a solid 2 days coming and going from the Lyceum, and unfortunately, no luck making any discoveries there. There's the scaled library, so give me another investigation check as you examine the library at the scaled library.
All right, here we go. 30-20.
30-20. At the scale tower and library, you find a pretty extensive collection of works that describe the period known as the Calamity, the period known as, well, the Calamity would appear to be a period of time when The Age of Arcanum was coming to an end. The Betrayer gods had called forth their legions after being released and attempted to subjugate the city of Vasselheim. It is said to be one of some of the greatest battles that ever took place. More importantly, there was a battle that took place. For some reason, I'm trying to pull up my notes that I had ready for this, and I cannot see. There they are. So, there are two famous battles that you come across. One is called the Siege of Vasselheim. This was the entire might and power of the Betrayer gods that were unleashed during the Age of Arcanum by a particular wizard that goes by the name of Vespin Orlas. Vespin Orlas had used all of his arcane energy and power to reveal a way to bring a Betrayer god back into the material plane. But by doing this, he had actually unleashed a gateway that allowed all the Betrayer gods to the material plane. And then a great battle and a great war of calamity took place all across Exandria. The Siege of Vasselheim was legendary because it was a battle that waged around the idea of the prime deities of finally being wiped out of existence. So when this battle waged back and forth, one of the prime deities, who was the head of the order of the metallic dragons, not the chromatics, but the metallics, which are the brass, the silver, the copper, the gold. More importantly, it is said that Bahamut themselves was involved in the defense of Vasselheim and had used one of the tiers of Bahamut to help defend the city. And as you're reading about this tier that was used, you can't help but notice the description matches somewhat to the description of the item that Real has. But one of the more famous battles that took place was the Battle of 20 Days and 20 Nights. This is a continuous battle that took place between the gods, the mortals, and the demons, and this literally was an unending battle that went on day and night for 20 days. It consumed a lot of the families and the greater wealth and greater knowledge of Vasselheim in defending of Vasselheim. However, amongst the city gates, a battle referred to as the Battle of the Barbed Fields had taken place, where an emperor had pledged the lineage of his family in final defense of the gates of Vasselheim. These three sisters were offered up: the sister of the sun, sister of the storm, and the sister of the wild. These three fates were led by the captain of the guard that went by the name Bludgeon. And that's the last entry that you can find in the books. And there is a sketch of you in the book that was involved in this battle. A battle.
Oh my god, keep that book. Keep that book.
A battle that took place almost a millennia ago.
And that was the Battle of Barbed Field.
The Battle of the Barbed Fields.
I keep that book.
Keep that book.
Real, you spend some of your time learning a great deal about the city of Emon. The key common knowledge that you come across is that there was a war that took place in Emon amongst dragons. A white dragon, a blue dragon, a green dragon, and a black dragon that served an ancient dragon from the plane of fire known as Thordak. In the very center of the city is the scarred remains of Thordak's presence and siege on the city. A square mile of absolute rotted soil and rock that cannot produce life. This is known as Thordak's Scar. However, dragons in Emon and dragons in Taldori are incredibly rare now. The Chroma Conclave was defeated. Thordak was destroyed. Although you do find some personal notes, writings, and other information that supposedly some people believe that the essence of Thordak's magic was left behind during his destruction, and even now may sit in the underdwelling portion of Thordak's Scar, offering up a possible interest or maybe an opportunity to see if you can find some raw draconic magic that might aid you in your attempt to restore the device that you have in your possession. Yes, Lyra.
We have Micah DeRollo's bag of holding.
I believe you do. I believe
We do.
Beauregard.
I
gave it-
want to empty it.
Oh, you sneaky bugger.
In this time, I want to see what's in it.
As
But also, side note, I want to make sure I go down and put all of the stuff that I pulled out of the other bag of holding back in the bag of holding. Namely,
enough.
the giant egg that, I want to make sure
Fair
goes
enough.
back in the bag of holding. Yeah. Mhm.
As the 30 days draws to a conclusion,
Mhm.
the apothecary is being set up. The lab that you need to utilize to build potions and other things is being restored. Zatina is kind of stocking and organizing the books and parchments and things that could be sold as magical goods.
And
The
we told the authorities where those bodies were, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
As you guys have made sure to sort through the merchandise that you've acquired, safely making sure that you can resell it as part of the grand opening of the Third Eye Apothecary. And as the city of Emon once again descends into a period of celebration as the 30th anniversary of the Festival of Birth is coming into existence. The music, the celebration, and all of the activity of the city streets are playing out. The people have much to celebrate. While Zatina, Real, Bludgeon, Eldera are making last-minute preparations to open up the apothecary on this morning, Lyra sits in her room, noticing the bag that was given to you guys by the Cobalt Soul, more importantly, by Beauregard. Shh. And this bag of holding sits on Lyra's lap. She upturns it, mutters the word empty, and out rolls an object onto your lap with a note neatly folded up around the object. There's a slight golden glow coming from the object. The note seems to be in the hands, the written hand of DeRollo himself, Micah DeRollo. As you reach for the message, you peel the message away from the object that's wrapped in silken, kind of like fabric that's wrapped around it with a slight tie around it. An acorn of golden coloration falls into your lap. A note written from Micah says, I know you have the other one. Take good care of this one as well. When in dire straits, plant these and see what grows. Signed, Micah DeRollo. And that's what we'll finish tonight. As you guys are now open for business, the festivities have begun, and the magic of the city will ensue. And of course, you guys got all your research. I will summarize a lot of that research in the lore recap as well, so you have some reference material towards it. Other than that, you guys linger so we can talk about the schedule. Everybody else, thank you so much for watching. Be safe, be kind, and don't forget, play a game,
Play a
everyone.
game.
We'll see you next week. Good night.